What's up, guys? Today we're going to be playing Dragon Warrior. I expect this video will be broken up into lots of smaller sections. Dragon Warrior is just, even being one of the more basic JRPGs, it's going to take too long to do in one sitting. Um, yeah, my experience with this was I would have played Legend of Zelda by this point. Not sure if I had played Final Fantasy yet, but I remember getting this strategy guide, the Nintendo Power Strategy Guide, and this game. And the strategy guide, if you've not seen it, highly recommend to check it out. Great artwork. Pretty well explains everything in the game. Gives you maps of every dungeon. Um, I say check it out, but also don't get too far into it if you want to actually try the game out and not have everything spoiled for you. Um, but I love just flipping through the book and looking at the graphics. I think there was a fold-out map which I would have taken out and stapled to my wall. Um, so that really built up the hype. But essentially, at its core, it's a very stripped-down, basic JRPG. It was one of the first, really, um, and you can see the influences of the Western RPGs. Western RPGs at that time were brutal. Every time you went into battle, you were basically expecting your team to die due to bad luck or whatever. So you'd want to save constantly and reload, or in some cases, just if they didn't allow you to save like that, then you just died constantly. I never really got that much into Western RPGs because of that. And then along comes Dragon Warrior, which takes some of those ideas, but then they take the guy who did the artwork for Dragon Ball and they put him in charge of the art direction for this game. And then they kind of strip it down, make it more basic, and make it really forgiving. So if you die, you're not dead, but you get resurrected and lose half your gold, which is sometimes a pretty small price to pay. And you get to keep your experience and your equipment and all that stuff. Um, so anyway, I love this game as a kid. I still revisit it from time to time, but I keep in mind it's basic. It's like the most basic a JRPG could be. Let's go ahead and get started. And again, this video will probably be broken up into lots of smaller chunks. But here. So right off the bat, I love the music in this game. It's kind of like, hey, by the way, this is going to be epic. Get ready. Let's see, I'll go ahead and begin a new quest. And now some strange quirk in this game. What your name is actually determines your stat growth in the game. So if you want to get all technical, go find an online guide and name yourself something that'll give you the best stats possible. Go for it. But this game's not that hard, especially if you don't mind grinding. So I'm just going to put in Bicrom. And by the way, it's only the first 4 letters that matter for what your stat growth is. But I'm just going to do Bicrom because I think it's funny and that's my gaming name. And then, of course, you want message speed at fast. It's not like it keeps scrolling without you. You have to press the A button to keep going. So just fast. Alright, Descendant of Erdrick, listen to my words. It is told that in ages past, Erdrick fought demons with a ball of light. Then came the Dragon Lord who stole the precious globe and hid it in the darkness. Now, by Crom, thou must help us recover the ball of light and restore peace to our land. The Dragon Lord must be defeated. Take now whatever thou find in these treasure chests to aid thee in thy quest. Then speak with the guards, for they have much knowledge that may aid thee. May the light shine upon thee, by Crom. Now, the only thing we really need to worry about in this game is leveling up and then getting to the Dragon Lord with good equipment, good enough to defeat him. There is an optional princess to save along the way, and we will, because why not? But that's it. Find the boss and kill him is all you have to do. There are things along the way. There's some items we'll need to get in order to build the bridge that gets us to his castle. Alright, so we loot the stuff. I'm not going to talk to a lot of people because I already know what everybody has to say. One thing I think is cool about this game is my equipment is reflected in my sprite, which is pretty cool. So I have no shield and no weapon yet. So the first thing we're going to do is go take care of that. And there's a couple different strategies with what to buy for equipment. I'm going to go heavy on the attack power, I think. So I have 120 gold. The strongest thing I can buy would be a club, 60 gold. And I think that's what I'm going to do, is just buy the club. Whenever you can skip over a weaker item, like the bamboo pole, they kind of just waste a little bit of money along the way because you can only sell them for half their value. So I'm just going to go straight to the club. I'm not even going to buy the clothes, I don't think. We'll see how things go for me. And instead I'm going to save up for either the leather armor or the small shield. So if I buy the club, automatically equipped. Again, this is a simple game. And then I actually only need to grind out 10 more gold to get the leather armor. We're going to hang out right outside the town. And we're going to fight, let's see, in the forest you get random encounters more often. But we just hang out and we fight slimes. And the first few levels are kind of brutal because you're so terrible. But you see with the club it did 3 points of damage. Red slimes have like 4 hit points, so shouldn't take too long. And I like just to wander around in circles in the forest. One cool thing is over here you can see the Dragon Lord's castle, so that's where we're trying to get. I killed the red slime in one hit, so yeah, the club was a pretty good choice. There's also blue slimes, which only drop 1 gold. I don't think the first level takes that long to get to, so I probably won't skip this too much. The main thing I want to do is just kind of show you how to get started here. Because a lot of players try this and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting killed by slimes. So occasionally get an excellent move. Alright, I actually have enough for that armor, which I'm going to do. Remember, the penalty for dying is losing half your gold, and half of 0 gold is still 0. So here we are, still level 1, and we already have the club and leather armor. And then if I don't get enough money to stay at the inn before I die, then who cares? I think it's like 6 gold to stay at the inn or something like that. If I don't have 6 gold, then whatever I lose doesn't matter. Like, I only have 4 gold, I lose 2 gold when I die, whatever. Now, one thing, you'll notice, sometimes it takes a long time for random encounters to happen. One of the things about this game is that the random encounter, as far as I know, is kind of like a % chance every step you take. And so you can go for 20, 30, 40 steps and not get a single encounter, or you can get attacked every single step you take depending on the RNG and your luck. This is actually getting kind of annoying. This is different from Final Fantasy I, which calculated a number, and when that each step you took reduced that number, and when it reached 0, then you'd get a random encounter. So here's my first level up. So power increased by 1, that's pretty terrible. That's attack power. Hit points increased by 7, that's pretty awesome. Wow, okay. I didn't get any magic points or any speed, so apparently Bicrom is a pretty weird name for leveling up purposes. Speed's really important in this game, so a lot of people like to choose names that give them high speed, and that's because I think it's like half of your speed gives you a defense bonus. So like if you have 40 speed, you get like 20 defense or something like that. It also allows you to go first in battle, and I think it allows you to run away from the enemies more quickly. So speed is pretty awesome. Okay, and I think I have enough gold to stay at the end. Let's go take a look. Yeah, 6 gold, so I'll use up my 6 gold, get my hit points back. Alright, so I have 22 hit points. And I'm going to keep grinding. My defense is still pretty terrible, but whatever. And then my goal is going to be... I'm going to aim for the small shield, but I will probably hit level 3 first. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll probably do a little bump edit, check back in with you when the next thing happens, and I'll just grind for a while. Alright, so I have 23 experience, so I got level 2. Let's see what I got this time. Power by 2, blah. Speed 2, blah. Hit points 2, blah. Magic points 5, and now it has learned a new spell. Okay, that's huge. Level 3 is when the game kind of begins, and I'll show you why. Go back to the castle. Come over and talk to this guy over here. By Crom's coming was foretold by legend. May the light shine upon this brave warrior. And there's a flash of light. As a kid, I was like, who's this wizard and what is he doing? And then at one point I realized I suddenly have my magic points back. So, cast the heal spell. Talk to this guy again. And boom, you get your magic points back. Alright, now, let's go talk real quick here. When you want to save the game, you come up and talk to the king. And if you're not using save states or you're on original hardware, this is what you'll have to do. And he tells you he's pleased that you returned. I need another 24 experience to gain another level. Will you tell me your deeds? Yes, that's saving the game. And do you want to continue your quest? Yes. Okay. So that's the beginning of the game. I'm going to go outside real quick and see what is it like fighting these slimes right now. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm ready for the next step up in monsters, so we're going to go ahead and test out these slimes real quick and see how tough they are exactly. My speed went up like 2, I think, which gave me like 1 point of defense, and it's really not much. And I'm still not one-shotting even the blue slimes consistently, so unfortunately I don't think I want to go any farther. This point of the game gets a little tedious. I did one-shot that slime. This point of the game gets a little tedious, but there's some strategies once we get a little bit past this to speed things up a bit. But I'll probably do another bump edit here and come back when we're level 4. Okay, just checking back in here. Just got to level 4, so let's see what we get. Response speed 2, so that's a point of defense. Hit points went up a lot again. Magic points 11. Holy moly, that's a lot. And then a new spell, and it is the spell of Hurt, which causes damage to enemy. I'm not really sure I will use Hurt all that often. But let's go ahead and head back to the castle. It's like I may have implied, I'm not sure if I said explicitly, this guy makes it that you don't need to stop by the inn in the town anymore. Because now I have 16 magic points every time I come talk to him. I think 27 is my max. Yeah, oh no, 31 is my maximum hit points. Okay. And then I still don't have enough money for the small shield yet, but there is something else I can do to get a permanent boost to my defense. And that is walk on over to the town. Head over to the tool shop over here. And we want the dragon scale, which is only 20 gold. I should also point out that there's herbs for 24 gold. I'm not going to actually pay for those. I'll show you what I actually do to get those later, but I'm not getting them yet. The way I play is a little, I don't know, cautious. I do a lot of grinding to make sure I'm the right level before I go certain places. Anyway, if we look at my status, defense right now is 8. If I put on the dragon scale, my defense is up to 10. And that's quite nice. Let's go out and see what exactly, how we handle slimes right now. So they're doing 1 point of damage to me. I'm still not one-shotting the red slimes. But let's go out a little bit here and see if I can start fighting Drakis and ghosts yet. I'm trying to remember if they spawn over here, so I'm gonna go hang out over by these mountains here. Still a red slime. Still not one-shotting them. I have a really weird seed for my stats. I have 16 magic points at level 4. Alright, here's a Draki. So I can do 2 damage to them. They do 2 damage to me. They have about 6 hit points. Alright, he did 1 damage that time. But it's only 2 experience, 2 gold, so it doesn't actually help me all that much in terms of grinding. If I just fought 2 red slimes, I would take less damage and have twice as much gold. So still seems kind of pointless to be grinding on those guys if they're not the best return. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do another bump. I think I'm either gonna be level 5 or have enough money for the small shield next, so let's see. Alright, back to check in here. So I want to point out something. I just sat here fighting slimes and red slimes for way too long, a little bit tedious, but I haven't even cast a single healing spell on myself because the slimes are not really that much of a threat to me. But I do think that they're more efficient than trying to find the Drakis, because the Drakis, they were taking more than 1 turn to kill, and then I'd have to be healing and coming back more often. So just slimes and red slimes, and I have 90 gold, and I'm going to go get my first shield. And when we left off, I think my defense was 10. So let's go ahead and buy the small shield and see what I get. So 14, that's a big jump. 4 more defense points than before. I think I'm willing to go try out the Drakis a bit more. And I think there might be ghosts in that area as well, which are about the same strength as Drakis. Like, maybe a touch stronger, but they have a slightly better reward, like 2 experience, 3 gold, something like that. So let's hang out here and see the Draki. So my main thought with this bumping, oh, nope, too strong, run away. Okay. Maybe not a good area to be hanging out, because Magi Drakis can cast the hurt spell on you, and my attack power is not high enough where I feel comfortable, you know, fighting that. Let's wander up north instead. So, this Drakis just this far north. And they're not doing that much damage to me. It took 2 hits to kill that one. I'm wondering. This slime should be leveling up soon too. It's been a while. I used to think when I was a kid, like, I think everybody had this moment where they think like, oh, I used up my good luck. Oh, I used up my good luck doing an excellent move on a slime that only had 1 hit point left. Then you find out the secret behind the RNG. It's completely, it's completely random, and it has to do with like how long is the game in running. That's how RNG worked back in those days. So people who do tool-assisted runs, if you watch them, they'll just advance the game frame by frame until they find a frame that gives them a critical hit. Same with moving across the countryside, since every step there's a random chance of you being attacked. They'll just advance. They'll take a step, and and on that frame they got attacked, then they'll rewind, wait a frame, then take a step, and that determines. So it's like, I don't know, I'm not explaining it very well, but basically the RNG is determined by how many frames or how much time has elapsed since the game began. And just kind of knowing that, it's kind of interesting, but it doesn't really matter if you're not doing a tool-assisted run exactly. I started explaining Final Fantasy earlier, so that one, Final Fantasy 1 would have a countdown. So say the random seed was 100, and then every step you took it went down by 4, for example. Then 25 steps later, you get your attack. So here's a ghost. Let's see how we do on this guy. Not too bad, he only did 1 point of damage. And I killed him, so 3 experience, 4 gold, that was actually worth it. So I think I'll hang out in this desert for grinding for a while. So yeah, anyway, Final Fantasy, certain number of steps and then you get attacked, and then different terrain would do different timers, like if you walk on grass it goes down by 4, if you walk on forest it goes down by 6, like that. I'm not sure. I did not want to fight this guy, so I'm going to go ahead and run and hope I get away. Magicians also cast Hurt. I didn't realize he was in this zone here. I wanted to fight ghosts, but not magicians. Like I said, they cast Hurt, so until I'm one-shotting the magicians, they're really not worth... They're not worth fighting. Because if it takes me, say, 5 turns to kill them, that's 5 potential uses of the enemy spell Hurt on me, which... somewhere between 5 to 10 damage or something every turn, and that's not efficient. Alright, got level 5. Power by 4, that's good. Response speed by 2, meh. Hit points 4, magic points 4. Okay. Well, I've got enough that I think I'm ready to try something kind of weird. Let's see, 33 gold. Alright. Normally the next thing I would want to buy is the copper sword in this town, and it's 180 gold. And if you are playing cautious, that would be the more intelligent thing to do. Currently, I am thinking if I die, I only lose 15 gold, and there's a high risk, high payoff thing that I can pull off here. Okay, 35 hit points. I have the feeling that I'm going to try to do this a little too early, but oh well, I don't care. When it works, it works. So I am basically going to pretty well run away from just about everything I encounter. Fortunately, there's no penalty to that other than sometimes they get a hit on you or a couple hits on you before you escape. But like this Magidraki, no thanks. Too strong for me. I think I'm too low level to do this. But like I said, I'm going to try anyway because the reward is so high. These are things, scorpions, and I'm not even close to being able to fight those guys yet. If I gain one more level, I could get lucky and defeat a scorpion, because I think level 6 I get the sleep spell. My attack power has gone up a little bit, so I won't run away from slimes anymore. So this is the, I think people call this the mountain cave. No, not spell. I want to use the one torch I picked up earlier. It's not what its intended purpose was, but this is what I use it for. And then I make my way up to the upper left. Yep, just run. Just run. Upper left, not there. Okay. And it's actually possible, if I make it to where I'm trying to get to, if I make it there and then die, it's probably still going to be worth it. But okay, I'm in the upper left. Let's see, what's my maximum hit points? Yeah, okay, I'm going to heal one time. Okay. And what I'm going to do is make my way to the upper right corner of this mountain cave. Down here, and this is where we get an herb. By the way, some of you guys watching are probably thinking I'm going to go do the exploit. I don't have the magic keys yet, and no, I'm not going to do any exploits in this run. This is all, you know, game as intended, not glitches. Okay, now I went down a level, the music went down like an octave or whatever. The monsters down here are even scarier. But I have a goal, so I've got an herb. Oh, I didn't finish my thought earlier. So I don't buy herbs because the items in this cave restock when you leave. So I just got an herb. If I left and came back, I could collect the herb again. And I think you can hold 6 herbs, and that's your maximum. Okay, I just gained 11 gold. Not that big of a deal, but whatever. Drakima way too strong for me. Poltergeist way too strong for me. Now the one thing about this dungeon that's nice is that none of these enemies know a sleep spell. A sleep spell would end this run very quickly. I would be put to sleep and they'd pound on me and I'd be dead. But most monsters in this game, you can take a couple hits from them, run away and heal, and you're fine. Even if you're lower level than you should be. Okay, I just gained 117 gold. So already I made a profit. Even if I die, I still have 80 gold. But that wasn't my main objective exactly. Not this guy, he would kill me so fast. Probably one of the hardest hitting monsters in this dungeon. Ooh, I think I was wrong about sleep, so this might have ended this run. Oh, I got lucky. Run away! Okay, and actually I only took 8 points of damage. I think I'll top off, because like I said, I'm under leveled. I really shouldn't be here at all. But, okay, now I'm trying to remember. It's in the upper left, my next objective, but I'm not sure. Nope, not this path. I'm not using a guide, so that's why I'm stumbling around like an idiot. Okay, that's the treasure chest I want, which is around this corner. I don't know what a droll is, but they're kind of cute in an ugly way. Alright, here's what I want. So I'm going to take this. So there's the torch replacing the one I had to use to get here. And the fighter's ring, which is actually worthless due to what most people agree is probably a bug. It doesn't actually do anything. Alright. Run away. Heal up. And I might actually be able to hit 180 gold by the time I get back to town, which would be pretty awesome. I'll run away from the scorpion because they're too tough for me. But yeah, like I hate that excellent move in dodging. I hate that. They should not be able to dodge an excellent move. But yeah, this is what I do because grinding slimes gets pretty tedious pretty quickly. So as soon as I'm ready to, I head to the mountain cave. And I actually just keep doing what I did right there. Because every time you make it to that bottom there and survive, you bring back 100 gold. And that starts adding up pretty quickly. You can also get really lucky in that cave. Sometimes, I don't know why it is, but sometimes you will end up getting a cursed belt or a cursed necklace. I can't remember which one it is. Yeah, no, I don't want to fight this guy. In fact, I'm going to heal. If you end up with a cursed item, it's like, well, don't put it on. It's cursed. No duh. Actually, just take it straight back to the tool shop and sell it. And I think the one that you can find in the mountain cave is worth around 2,500 gold, something like that. And that is some game-changing money this early in the game. I haven't quite figured out what causes that cursed belt to actually appear. And I don't remember which chest it even does appear. If it's like that gold one that only had 11 gold, or if it replaces the fighter's ring, or what it is. I just know that in that cave, I have occasionally come out with a cursed item that I have sold for lots of money. And it makes it well worth it. So as I pointed out, I made 180 gold before I made it back to town. And increasing my attack power is going to help grinding in the future. If you're really patient, you can hold off and go for 550 gold as the hand axe, which is in another town. And that's something I maybe would do if I had save state, but I am not going to be using save state really not to get ahead in the game, because I want to show if you're playing on original hardware, you know, that you can do this, it works. Alright, copper sword. I'll buy the gold for 30. Okay. Like I said, buy the gold. Buy the club for 30 gold. Okay, I didn't see how much attack power went up by, but I'm assuming it was pretty good. And then again, back to the wizard that randomly restores magic points. And it would be a decent time to save the game, I think, and probably conclude the video for today. One thing I want to do before I sign off completely is see how much experience is left for level 6. If I remember right, level 6 is when you get the sleep spell, and that does change some things about what you're able to do. 89, that's going to be a while. So save the game. And I'm going to say yes, but I'm going to sign off for now, and I'll be back another time, but here we are, level 1 through 5, and I have bought every single piece of equipment in the starting town. Not bad.